Today I'm going to teach two specific techniques for breathing. So breathing in yoga, it's called a pranayama. Prana is like life force. It's invisible, but there is such an energy. It's called vital energy. And yama is basically control. So in a lot of text, especially in English version, it's actually called the vital energy control, life force control. That means you are controlling your energy in some way through breathing. But actually, ayama is the actual Sanskrit in this pranayama. It's called extension or expansion. So it's similar to some sort of control with expansion, expanded control. So today we're gonna learn breathing. So as you all know, you have been breathing since you were born, otherwise you won't be here. And there are 4 aspects of breathing, which we usually have inhale, exhale, as you already did during the gentle practice earlier. But there's other 2 types. It's called the retention, right? The internal breath retention means you retain the air inside. So when you inhale and then retain, you have air inside of you, and then exhale. So the external breath retention means when you exhale or out, you're empty bellied, and then you retain there, like exhale, retain, and then inhale. So there's this 4, which is pretty easy to understand, but each of them have some different effects, right? So why pranayama? These are just very informational for you to learn, because it's basically, it's a form of your respiration. It just really burns your oxygen, or it brings your energy to your brain, to your blood. So it's a process that's very intimately linked to your human existence, basically, not just existence, your experience of situations. Like for example, when you have a shock on the highway when you're driving, when you see someone cut in front of you, you're like, oh, that kind of reaction. It's a sympathetic neural response from your brain. It's a fight flight. So your reaction is like inhale, and you get like a stuck, right? And when you are very in anxiety situation, anxious situation, you also tend to have a shorter breath, and that anxiety is from your mental state, but it also links to your breath, right? And why sometimes if we are into the situation like have anxiety or panic attack, most doctors will say, practice breathing, just deep exhale, deep breathing in, deep breathe out. So this is why breathing itself, in various different types of breathing, really will affect your body physically and mentally. So it will also lower your heart rate. And this is really well known, right? Because like for you, if you're running, you want to incorporate your breath in your running so that you can control your heart rate. And this is really well practiced in different kinds of physical activities. But in ancient times, our ancestors already found out this prana, which is in Chinese, it's qi, right? So it's invisible, but it exists. So our breathing basically is the flow of the prana, the flow of the qi, and breathing is only one type of vehicle to show the existence of that. So in different types of breathing, you can activate different part of your body and different part of your mental state. So therefore, why breathing pranayama is so important in our life. Once you can control your breath, right, you basically can control your life in a very focused way, right, very intentional way. So the normal breath, so let's just try to do some normal breathing. So the normal breathing is basically, you know, relax and sit spine straight. Nothing really require you to have good, proper breath. So all you need to do is just relax everything and be aware of your breath. Nothing need to be constricted. You can close your eyes. That makes you more relaxed. Now just start sense when you breathe, which part of your body, you know, change the state. Like maybe your belly rise and fall. Maybe your rib cage start to expand if you inhale deeper, and rib cage start to get close when you exhale. Or your chest, you know, your collarbones. It just all your physical body change the state when you breathe, right? Depends on how much air you take in and how much air you take out, as well as, you know, how long you take in, you know, the speed of inhale and the speed of exhale. So that affects your physical body. And then there's also mental body. When you, it's known that if you exhale longer than the inhale, it will actually calm your mental state. So when you try to just practice a normal breathing, so you breathe in 4 counts and exhale 4 counts. Let's just do it together. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 more rounds. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a what we call also watery breathing. Water is essential to life, so this kind of even breath is is essential to our life. So when we breathe normally like this, our energy become very soothing, right? So this is one of the practice. If nothing else, there's no requirement at all. You can try to just silently count your breath for 4 counts. If you want to lengthen your breath, you can extend to 5 counts, 6 counts. And when you're, you know, really master the breath work, you can extend to 20 counts. And sometimes depends on how much you practice. A very experienced yogic can extend the counts for 20 in and 20 out, which probably meant in average 1 minute only there's like 1 circle of breath, right? Just 30 seconds in, 30 seconds out. But on average per person, 15 breath per minute, which means every 4 seconds per breath, right? 2 seconds out, 2 seconds out, in, 2 seconds out, 2 seconds in. So that's just what normal breath is. Now, the second one, the one special pranayama I want to teach you today, it's called a Nadi Shodhana. So this is actually very common in lots of yoga classes, and that's why I would like to give you this knowledge and practice. So when you go to yoga classes somewhere else, when teachers say, okay, let's practice alternate nostrils breathing, this is one of the very common practice. So alternate nostrils breathing basically is like left, right. You have 2 nostrils, hopefully. And we breathe 1 nostrils at a time. So there is something, so I want to just tell you the contraindications. So what and when, who not to practice this, right? Because it's really known to be having very balanced for your both brains and for the yin and yang side. So everybody has an energy, yin and yang, right? The yang part is very active, very upbeat, very like logical. The yin part is the slower part, the inward part, and the creative part, the yin and yang. So when you have a state of being, a state of mind being very balanced, scientists show it gives you better opportunity to make sounding decisions. This is why psychologists say don't make big decisions when you're in a state of like panic or state of depression, whatever that's not balanced, right? So this is why a breathing technique can actually bring you to a state of balance very quickly. It's very effective. And then you can make your decision when your mental state is balanced. So who not to practice? And this Nadi Shodhana is known to be very calming and to be very, especially the one that will have exhale double the rate of inhale. So if you inhale 4 counts, exhale 8 counts, that actually will really, really calm your mind. That can be counterproductive for people who are in a very depressed mood, right? Because people who are very depressed mood, you need some active, the yang part to counter the depression. So in that sense, when people are depressed, don't use the ratio of 1 to 2 type of technique, but the 1-1 technique is still well promoted. And the other part is if you have cold, flu, you have nasal congestion, it's very hard to, have 1 nostril that's completely blocked. That will actually do more damage than not. So unless it's completely blocked, it will help you unblock it. But if you do have like complete blockage from one side, then don't practice that. So that's just some warnings and the benefits. So how to do that, right? How to do that, the part is very easy. So you have something called the gestures. In yoga, it's called mudra. So mudra is usually what we see is hand gestures, but it can also involve like tongue, like inside your belly organ, your muscles inside. There's also, the way of the state. Like the mudra here, on the top, it's called Nasagra, it's called the nose tip mudra. So you fold the index finger and the middle finger, keep the other 2 open. And then in this breathing technique, you use the thumb on top of the right nostrils, and the ring finger on top of the left nostrils. So each time you have one open, one close. So this is why it's called alternate nostrils breathing. And your attention, which means your awareness, come to the third eye. So the third eye is a concept of, it's an energy point. You know, it's basically your intuition, your insight from yourself. So a lot of, say, realization is basically you realize something, it's from your own insight of your experience, right? It's not about, oh, a knowledge. Yes, you attain knowledge, but the real wisdom is from yourself, right? So the third eye is an energetic point in your, it's not even in your physical body. It's like, it's called a psychic body. So there are 5 different pranamic prana body in yogic sense. And then it's related to inside the brain, there's pineal gland. So the pineal gland is inside of your brain. It's a pea-sized little thing. It's actually, the name pineal is from, I think, French. It's a pea-sized organ inside of your brain that controls your hormone and stuff. So this third eye actually is a representation of pineal gland. And this is why a lot of breathing technique, it will actually affect your pineal gland, and the gland process and produce hormones, you know, and it can control your hormone production. So this is why breathing technique, it seems on the surface it's very easy, but it has very profound and deep effect to your brain circuitry. So let's just start this simple, I call it simple, but it's not so simple. So have your hand gesture on the right hand for this Nasagra Mudra. And left hand we call Chin Mudra, or Jhana Mudra is on the second picture. So your index finger is curled into your palm, and your thumb is right above, cupping your index fingernail by a little bit, and palms facing up. You put the left hand on the left thigh, and then prepare your right hand. Now put your right ring finger on the left nostrils first, and just inhale normally. And then close the right nostrils, open the left, exhale. And inhale on the left, close left, open right, exhale. Inhale on the right, close right, open left, exhale. Inhale on the left, close left, exhale on the right, open the right, and then inhale right, close right, open left, exhale on the left. Inhale left, close left, open right, exhale right. Inhale right, close right, open left, exhale left. Inhale left, close left, open right, exhale right. Now relax your right hand. So you always inhale from the right, and then do that one round, exhale to the right. So the right is called Pingala, is the yin part. So it's lunar, solar, and lunar. Lunar is the yin part, the moon part. So the right side nostrils, it actually controls your left side of the body. And the left side, it controls to the right side of your body. So it's just the way of the more balanced you are, the more your mental state will be balanced. So that's the very common technique, just inhale normally and exhale normally. Let's just practice 3 more circles of this together. So mudra, Nasagra mudra on the right, and put your right ring finger on left nostrils. Inhale right, close right, open left, exhale left. Inhale left, close left, open right, exhale right. That's 1 round. Inhale right, close right, open left, exhale left. Inhale left, close left, open right, exhale right. 2nd round. Inhale right, close right, open left, exhale left. Inhale left, close left, open right, exhale right. Now release your right hand. So that's the 3 rounds of the technique 1. So now we go to technique number 2, which you can, so it's a little bit extended for your breathing from your normal breath. So basically you silently chant, say 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om. Okay, so do the same gesture on the right side. So I'm gonna call it out. So open the right side. In 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, close right, open left, exhale 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, inhale 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, close left, open right, exhale 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, inhale 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, close right, open left, exhale 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, inhale 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, close left, open right, exhale 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, inhale 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, close right, open left, exhale 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, inhale 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, close left, open right, exhale 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om. So that's 3 rounds of technique 2. My legs are getting numb, so I'm gonna change the way I sit, or you can change the way you cross your legs. So that's the second type of technique. So the third one is really for calming your mind, and it would be really, really helpful if you can extend that exhale, especially to focus on when you extend the exhale, it's soothing and it's smooth. So instead of saying, and then exhale all out on the first 1 and 2, and then you're like holding the next 4, and that's a different technique. That'll be the exhale kumbhaka, so retention, right? So make sure when you inhale and exhale, the air flow very smoothly. It's just that the extension, and you make the airflow very, very slow. So the volume is the same, right? It's just the speed of going is slowed down. So let's try this together for 3 rounds. So same hand gesture on the left side, Chin Mudra. Rest your palm facing up on the left thigh, right side, Nasagra Mudra. So left, right ring finger on left nostrils. Open the right first. Inhale, 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om. Close right, open left. Exhale, 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, 4 Om, 5 Om, 6 Om. Inhale, 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om. Close left, open right. Exhale, 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, 4 Om, 5 Om, 6 Om. Inhale, 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om. Close right, open left. Exhale, 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, 4 Om, 5 Om, 6 Om. Inhale, 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om. Close left, open right. Exhale, 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, 4 Om, 5 Om, 6 Om. One more. Inhale, 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om. Close right, open left. Exhale, 2 Om, 3 Om, 4 Om, 5 Om, 6 Om. Inhale, 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om. Close left, open right. Exhale, 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, 4 Om, 5 Om, 6 Om. Relax your right hand. Now just breathe normally. Close your eyes. You can rest your right hand on your right thigh in the same Chin Mudra. And the Chin Mudra is, there is a significance. The thumb is a energy for universal energy. And then the index finger is a representation of human consciousness. So the universal consciousness and the human consciousness is connected when your thumb and the index finger are connected. So this is the significance of the mudra, the hand gesture. Now gently open your eyes. Okay, so now just let's take a small break from here. Let's see if you have any questions and comments from this. How do you feel? Like the most important is, how do you feel after this breathing short practice?
My nostril is sore.
Okay. Do you feel like both nostrils are equal flow, and how do your nostrils feel at the beginning of the practice toward the end of the practice?
A little bit more open.
So for me, my left nostrils is a bit blocked and my right nostrils is very open. And also it depends on, you know, the time of the day sometimes. And it's in some way, like it's your energy, the lunar energy or solar energy, it's represented in your the channel, your nadis, your the energy body, right? And this is how the ancient Chinese medicine, the acupuncture, all that is working with your energy body. in your physical body, but the point is the channel, the channels. They're working with the channels to open it, to unblock when the channel is blocked. So the same goes with how yogic breathing can help you to open your energy channels. Okay, so let's do some more movement before we go to the next practice. Next, let's do a bit of sun salutation and the movement. So just come to the front of your mat. I'll be on the side view, and hopefully you can see all the entire body of mine. So just come to your front of the mat. You can stay your feet together, or you can stay your feet a little bit apart. It depends on your feeling. So sometimes teachers say big toes together, so your heels is a little bit open. So your outside of the feet are parallel. This is what they usually call parallel foot, parallel feet. So just do whatever you feel is right for you. Now, stay very strong. The strong meaning your quads, your muscles, everywhere is very engaged. Your belly button is tucked. So if you look at sideways, I go a little bit closer, maybe this side. So if I do not very, it's very relaxed, like my belly here. And if I'm really engaged, my belly tucking to my spine. So that means this is your core. Really engage your core such that it also really affects your spine. So once your core is engaged, it actually protects your spine, protects your back. So now let's practice. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Really reach your fingertips to the ceiling. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway up, flat back. So here, really make sure your spine is straight. And you can slightly bend your knees, and this will open your chest by hugging your elbows toward your rib cage. Put your hands on the thigh and open the chest. Really just inhale and exhale. You can engage your muscles and engage your buttocks. Send your sit bones back. So when you send your sit bones back, your back side of your legs, which is normally we call hamstring, is very engaged, and the spine is really straight. Your crown is going toward the front of your mat. Inhale, exhale here. Inhale once more. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, plant your hand, step back to high plank. So in the high plank, your back side of your body is totally engaged and open, and really step your feet really backward. So going back, like you engage your heels toward the back, get your back of your shoulders, create space between your shoulder blades. So instead of sinking down, open, right? So all your fingers are wide open. Have lots of space between your fingers. So stay here. Tuck your belly button towards spine. If this is too much for you, you can always put your knees down, but keep your spine straight and back engaged. And if you can, keep the plank. And exhale, shift your weight back
to downward dog. You can move your feet and step left and right, just feeling your hamstring to the back of your legs. And incorporate your breath. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, step down one foot. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, step down the other foot. Now really push your both hands on the mat. And now bend both knees so much that your chest is going to touch your thighs. You can stand a little bit closer or a little bit further, depends on your body configuration. And really tilt your buttocks toward the sky. And that will lengthen your spine as well and engage your hamstring. Breathe. Now inhale, roll forward to plank. And exhale, go back to downward dog. Inhale, roll to plank. Exhale to plank back to downward dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward dog. Two more times. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward dog. One more time. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward dog. Now walk your feet toward your hands and walk to forward fold. And relax your hands and neck and shoulders. Dangling here. Can grab your opposite elbows. Breathe. And release your hands and slowly count to 10. Roll up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then put your shoulders toward ears, really up, up, up. And then relax your shoulders. And then squeeze your shoulder toward ears. Relax your shoulders. One more time. Squeeze your shoulders toward ears. And relax it. Now inhale, wide arms open, hands up to the sky. Slightly bend back. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. And stay for a moment. Right, and then get your legs wide on your mat. We'll do some side bends just to open the body a little more. Hands on the hips. And inhale, hands wide open. Exhale, left hand on left thigh. Right hand on top of the ceiling. Inhale here, reaching your right hand to the ceiling. Exhale, tilt your body toward the left. So you will feel the right side of your body get stretched. Just take your breath here normally and keep pointing your right fingertips to the left side of your room. Next, inhale, come back up and both hands toward the sky. Exhale, right hand on right thigh, left hand toward the ceiling. Really reach. Exhale, tilt to the right. Reach your left fingertips to the left side of your room.
Next, inhale, come back up. We'll do one round each side. You can either open your legs a little wider if you can. Arms wide open. And left hand on left thigh. Bend your elbows if you feel a little more flexible. Inhale, reach your right hand. Exhale, tilt toward the left. You can move your left hand down if that's accessible to you, and tilt your face toward the ceiling. Inhale, come back up. Center, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, the other side. Keep soothing your breath. Inhale back to center. And exhale, fold forward from your hips. You can have hands on the hips or going forward. And then once you're forward, put your fingertips on the floor. Just walk your fingertips forward so that your hands is under the shoulders and hips kind of same plane as your feet. And then walk your fingertips backside a little bit and then to the left. Now walk your fingertips to the left foot as much as you can. Maybe you can even grab your left foot or left shin bone and then melt your chest toward the left thigh. And just to relax here, you can actually cup your head in between your arms. Rest your head on your right arm if that's accessible to you. Breathe and then be aware of your body. Maybe it's your left hamstring. Everyone feels might be a bit different. And then walk your hands slowly back to center and toward the right. As right as you can, and grab your right foot or right shin bone. And rest your head on the left arm. And breathe into the part of your body that have all those sensations. Maybe they're intense. Maybe one side is different from the other. There's nothing right or wrong. Every exhale, just relax your head and let the gravity help you to open your hamstring and outer side of your ankles. Now next inhale, walk your fingertips to the center of the mat and just with your palms or fingertips on the floor, zigzag, wiggle your feet back to center until it's about mat width apart or a little wider. And now squat down to yogic squat. This really can open the open your inner thigh. So this is the frontal view. So you really push your knees away with your elbows. And now sit taller. Keep your spine straighter if you can. Crown toward the ceiling. So there might be a lot of sensation around your inner thigh. It's around the groin area. But this is just a reference. Maybe you feel a bit different. And hello, Simba. You can close your eyes. If this is not possible for you, you can always sit on the block or something so to support your buttocks that can still open your inner thigh. And now slowly round forward and come up. Oh, okay. And I hope now your body is a little more open after some movement. I have a teaching assistant.
I like it, Simba.
Simba's so cute. Huh? Yeah. So the second, so questions or anything, comments?
Ah, cute.
Simba says, I enjoyed it. Thank you for being part of the session. All right, now let's go to the next breathing technique. Okay, Simba, your paw does not belong. Okay, so this other technique, it's called a Bhramari Pranayama. It's a humming black bee breath. The reason, the name Bhramari is actually a type of black bee. So the sound that you're making is the humming sound. So the contraindication is what not to practice is don't practice this while lying down. And also if people have severe ear infections, don't practice it. I actually just discovered I had practiced this lying down for quite some time. And then when I go back to my textbook, I saw the contraindication. I was like, oh my God. So I was practicing the wrong way. So I corrected myself just since last week. There are two types of way you can sit. One is cross-legged, or usually this is called a lotus pose. But lotus pose is not accessible to everyone, me included. I cannot be in lotus pose for more than 10 seconds. So the other posture is much more accessible, especially for extended time. So you just sit on a bolster or a roll of something, a blanket. You can put your knees up, so feet on the floor. So this actually helps when you can rest your elbows on the knee, and the gesture, basically you need to close your ears with your thumbs, right? So the thumbs will close the ears, and you can rest your other four fingers to cup your head. But otherwise, you use your index finger to close your ears, not to insert inside of your ears, but to just close it, because that will create a sensation, a vibration through your whole head, your brain. So the benefits, this really will relieve stress and cerebral tension, and it helps with anger, anxiety, and the insomnia. So it's actually very good to practice before sleeping, because it will help you to sleep. And the reason is it again, it's related to the pineal gland. It will release and synthesize hormones, right? So melatonin is something that we need for sleeping, because it's also related to how melatonin is related to how the light and darkness signal coming into your brain. So this is very good to practice before sleep, or right after you wake up as well. So it has a really good healing effect. So how to do that? Now we have this picture of how to sit. So the first picture is using the index or middle finger to plug the ears, not inside the ears without inserting the finger. And on the lips, so when you make the sound, you want your jaw to be relaxed. So it's not like a very tense kind of thing. So you want to have your lips remain closed, but the teeth slightly apart, so your jaw is kind of relaxed. And then the awareness is in the center of your head, which we call Ajna chakra, so the third eye chakra. Right, so the breathing technique, the number one is inhale through nose, exhale slowly in a controlled manner, making a steady humming sound, like so the first technique, you don't have to like really extend the exhale on the humming too long. It's just some normal breathing of inhale and exhale, same, probably similar length in the inhale, exhale. But in the technique number two, you actually will extend the exhalation duration. So this is just stage one, stage two, or we call technique one, technique two. So let's practice this together for 10 rounds. So each of us might have different length of breathe in and breathe out. So just do at your own pace. So we can just practice together. Maybe we can hear each other's humming sound, or you can always hear me. So let's close the ears and count for 10. So we will stop when we finish 10. I'll probably stop the last, most likely. So close your eyes and cup your fingers on your head, and the thumbs close your ears. Inhale through nose. Exhale. You can also experiment different pitch. Still focus on your third eye. Check your jaw is relaxed. When you finish, just relax your hands. Come back to sit. Keep your body still for the next minute. Very good. Now slowly open your eyes. All right. So how do you feel with that humming bee sound? It's very different that our brain don't usually get this vibration unless, you know, my experience is like if I were at a rock concert and that kind of vibration can get into my brain. Otherwise, I don't think my brain actually has experienced that kind of vibration from my own breath.
It reminds me of the foghorn at the beach.
Yeah. Yeah. The foghorn. Yeah. And you can completely get this reverberation of your brain. I mean, our body is 70% liquid, right? Water. So they respond to frequencies, and a certain sound produced by our own body, it can affect our brain frequency. There is a specific frequency, it's at 432 hertz, which is known to be a universal frequency that every being, everything on Earth in the universe have this frequency inside of them. Again, this is something that in the labs people have done when they measure the brainwave of people who do chanting, especially chanting Om, because Om is the universal sound. It creates this specific frequency to influence your brain frequency. So as the humming bee sound, it will affect your brain wave. Like what I said earlier, the pineal gland, it's part of your endocrine system. It creates serotonin, synthesizes serotonin, right? And melatonin. So all that actually affects your body, physical body, and affects your mental state. So psychologically, all these are vehicles to help reduce stress, reduce anxiety. And it really is something in the ancient time, maybe people just say, okay, I'll practice it. There's no brainwave measure in like the modern days. So people practice that. You know, the doctors back then in ancient China or ancient India, they don't have measurement for brain waves, but they tell you this is what you do when you have, you know, stress or anger. They do a lot of things, stress release by dynamic meditation. So overall, breathing is for preparation of meditation in general. So meditation is a very broad concept. It doesn't really just mean you sit there still, don't move. That's meditation. And your running can be a meditation. Your dancing can be meditation. Your climbing the mountain can be meditation. Swimming, all that. Why? Because meditation is basically create this flow state of your mind, right? When you're at the flow state, actually you're very happy. The happiness ingredients is by your flow state. So a lot of meditation basically just means you are really focused, and the passage of time and space, or time especially, has little to do with your activity. And you can just be in it and forget about everything. And that's when you really enjoy what you do. So there is a saying in my learning of in my learning and teaching is do what you love, and you love what you do, and you'll never have a job anymore because you just love to do it. It's no longer a job per se, because a lot of times the job comes with some agony of I have to do this, but you know, it's more of I choose to do this. Then when you choose it, you have the total full control of it. And a lot of it coming from your mental state, right? When you're at a very balanced mental state, then you can make choices wisely. You can choose what to do. You no longer have the victim mindset. Oh, I have to do that. But no, I choose to do that, right? But it's not to dismiss. Sometimes there are situations that leaving us with little to no choices, and it's not to dismiss that. But a lot of times, just always remember we do have a choice, including breath. So this is why I'm teaching you to take control of your own breath, and that's the most fundamental to your life, to your lifestyle that you can control. You can't control anyone else's breath, but you can control your own. And you can't control someone else's mood, but you can control your own through breathing technique. And that really helps me. So I want to pass this along to you guys. And again, I think what's really powerful is the practice. It's not the knowledge. I don't believe knowledge is power. I believe practice is the power. But you know, you may not agree. You might not. You don't have to agree. Yeah, I think practice. I do that every day since April 1st. So every morning from 8 to 9, I have breathing technique, breathing practice from 8 to 8:30. generally two types of breathing. One type is the Bhramari breathing, the hummingbee breathing. And the other type is either I do a normal lengthened breath, equal length, or I do a Om breath. I'm not teaching today because of timing issue. So the Oming breath basically is you sit or lie down. Actually, the Om breath is very good for you to even lie down in Savasana. So you can do just inhale from nose, exhale, it's deep from the belly all the way out. So inhale. So those are Om breath. So maybe you can hear, I don't know how good this headphone is to transmit. In the Om, there are actually vibration. When I Om it, it comes from my belly and to my rib cage, to my chest cavity, to my collarbone, all the way to my crown chakra, to the crown. So the energy draws from the bottom up and then release out. So it's not just making a sound, it's emit a vibration, right? So that's why this kind of breath is actually very powerful. It's more of energetic work rather than a superficial sound work. And that's why we call it breath work, right? It's not a sound work. So keep that in mind. Maybe I'll do that for the next workshop next week. Do you have any questions? I always want questions. No, at all. Okay. So let's do some more. Yeah. Go ahead.
So you said the humming is not good when you like laying down. Like, what would be like a good breathing technique for laying down?
Like the Om sound is actually pretty good. The normal breathing that I do, so it's just you lay down and then you just breathe, lengthen your inhale and exhale. So just do inhale 4 counts, exhale 4 counts, inhale 4 counts, exhale 4 counts. So this will really, keep your state of being be super relaxed. But because you're breathing consciously, right? You have a conscious mind where you bring your energy of in-breath, just thinking about visualizing of this breath going from the bottom of your spine all the way to the crown and then go down. So sometimes some meditation teacher, they call it a circular breath. So it's just a soothing up and down, up and down. So it's very soothing and there's no holding of the breath. There's no constriction. So it's not like, but there's so many different breathing techniques. It's pretty crazy. If you end up going to a Kundalini yoga class, it's all about breath. And Kundalini yoga is, they specifically work on vital energy. So it's completely controlled by all different types of breathing technique, which a normal vinyasa yoga class don't actually use. Some of the Kundalini yoga breathing technique is actually used in psychiatry for anger release and stress release. And this is very interesting because you don't know until you met a psychiatrist in the Kundalini yoga class. Same as like in yin yoga, I met people who are PT, physical therapist, and they do certain things to their patients, which is a physical therapy that we do in yin type of yoga. So why yoga has like lots of different types, and it can be applied for many different conditions, right? Your body has certain condition, so certain type of breath can be applied to certain type of condition in your body. You know, when you're really tired, you don't want to do like very vital, energetic breath. This other one is some other teacher call it the whiskey breath. So it looks like this. It's all about exhale, nothing about inhale. Inhale is only just through nose, and it's using the belly. It goes like this. So this is a type of breath, really, actually when I do this for extended time in Kundalini yoga class, my whole body has the tingling sensation, and also depends, sometimes I can focus my energy in certain part of my body, like not just my belly, I can certainly my heart. So my heart actually start to feeling this tingling sensation and actually have this very magical feeling of opening. Like when you hear certain poetry or, you know, stories, they say the heart opening sensation. It's that physical heart opening sensation when I do some type of breathing for a period of time. So yes, there are so many types of breathing. When you lay down, just be smooth. The counting is to help you focus on your breath, you know, because we know our mind is designed to wander around like a puppy dog, just like, oh, this, oh, that. Before you wake up, you're thinking, what do I do? What do I have to accomplish? And, you know, then dreams, but that's all okay because your mind is designed to do that. But to calm your mind down is to just bring it back gently. You know, when you see a puppy running around, you don't use a stick to hit your puppy, right? You say, hey, puppy, back, you know, try to pet it to calm puppy down. That's exactly what you do to your own mind. So when your own mind is a puppy, you calm it down. You love it. Saying, you know, calm down. The way to calm you down is just breathe. And that's it. So it's interesting how much we can do to our own minds. And we have lots of control of our own minds. And it's very healthy if we can control them. You know, a lot of time when we lost control, it's very undesirable, right? You lost control, then you become angry. You lost control because, you know, panic attack. But when you have the control, you don't have to go there. It doesn't mean when you get there, it's really bad. Just recognize when you get there, you can take it back because it's your puppy. It gets there, but you can take it back gently by using your breath. Very good question. And anything else? All right, so let's do a little more practice for the last 20 minutes. So this time we'll inject some more rigorous practice. So come to the top of your mat, standing very strong, feet grounded into the mat. Inhale, arms wide open, hands up to the sky, slightly bend back. Exhale, fold forward. Angling here for 2 breaths. Inhale, halfway up, flat back. Stay here for 2 breaths. Next, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, plant your hand on the floor, step back to plank. Stay here for 2 breaths. Exhale, push to downward dog. Just step your feet left and right. Now keep your feet together in the center. Really push through both your hands. Let them be very grounded. Inhale, right leg up to the sky for 3-legged dog. And keep pushing your both hands. Really tuck your belly button to the spine. Inhale here. Exhale, knee to nose. The right knee to nose. Inhale, back to 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, back to 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Last round. Inhale, back to 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. And then put your right foot in between hands. Now just pump your hips 3 times. Very good. And then left knee down. Put your hand on right thigh. You can just stay here and push your right thigh away so your chest go away from your right thigh. You probably feel an extension on your left front hip. That's the left hip flexor. Okay, once your feet are really grounded, stable, really tuck your back toes and keep your back foot stable on the mat. Inhale, hands up to the sky. You can slightly bend back, look to the ceiling. Extend your fingertips to the ceiling. And exhale, hands behind your buttocks. Clasp your hands together. Just open your chest. Really open your chest. Just keep sinking your hip forward and stay here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now inhale, arms wide open, hands up to the sky. Exhale, hands down to frame your front foot. Left knee up, so you come back to the low lunge. And now extend your right leg. So now you're in the pyramid pose. You can keep your fingertips on the floor. Now stay here for a few breaths. Just sit your right sit bone down, back, right sit bone back. This will help you to square the hips. We tend to lift the right hip because the hamstring, right? You can shorten your stance if that helps, or you can come up if you have blocks to come up, bring your floor up, that way we call that. And once you're here, fold your chest forward and Continue to press your right sit bone down and back. Inhale, bend your right knee, lower down your left knee. Put palms on the floor. Step your right foot back to downward dog. Inhale, left leg up to three-leg dog. Exhale, knee to chest. Round your spine, okay? So inhale, three-leg dog. Exhale, round your back, knee to chest. Inhale, three-leg dog. Exhale, round your spine, knee to nose. Inhale, three-leg dog. Exhale, round chest, knee to nose. Last one. Inhale, three-leg dog. Exhale, knee to nose. And then put your left foot in between hands, right knee down. Pump your hips forward 3 times. And now really ground your bottom, both feet, and put your hands on top of your left thigh. And then just push your left thigh away from your chest. And keep hinge your hips forward. You will feel the expansion of your right hip flexor. Open the hips is pretty good for a lot of people because hips store a lot of emotion, which we don't actually realize because it's not something consciously we do. It's not like a hard drive, we store the emotion there. But according to science, that's how it, that's where it stores. So very interesting thing. Now inhale, arms wide open, hands up to the sky, slightly bend back. It's also a stability test. So if you fall, that's okay. It's a balancing pose as well. You're balancing on 3 points. And exhale, hands behind your buttocks. This time, clasp your fingers in the unfamiliar way. Open the chest. Shoulders down from the ears. Widen your collarbones. Continue to breathe here. Now unclasp your hands. Inhale, arms wide. Hands up to the sky. Exhale, hands in front of your feet. Just lift your right knee. And now you can move your palms and straighten your left knee, left leg. So stay here, just breathe. You can change your stance to be shortened or longer, depends on your flexibility. My left side is longer than the right. And if you want more, you can flex your left foot so your toes are coming up to your chest. And just keep moving your chest forward to the left toes. And try to sit your left sit bone down and back. And you probably feel a lot more of hamstring right there when you do sitting down and back your left sit bone. Continue to engage the right leg. So your right leg is just going back. Your right foot is, right heel is pointing back. And inhale, right knee down to the mat, left knee bend. And then just put your hands on the mat, step your left foot back to downward dog. And you probably feel the effect of 2 sides of your hip flexor. And then knees down, knees open wide. Feet, big toes touch, push to child's pose. Extend your arms long and forward. Take a couple breaths here. And then lift your palm, only your fingertips on the floor. The arms are still long and extended. Then move your fingertips to the left side. It's like you're drawing a half circle to as left as you can. And then put your palms on the floor. Can rest your head in between your arms. Your chest might be on the left side, left thigh. It may not, but it doesn't matter as long as you feel the right torso extension. Breathe in fully. Breathe out. Breathe in fully. Breathe out. Breathe in fully. Breathe out. Now lift your fingertips, move to the right side. So move your fingertips like you're drawing a rainbow all the way to the right side as far as you can go. And then put your palms on the floor. Just rest your head in between your arms. And your chest might come to your right thigh. Inhale fully. Exhale. Inhale fully. Exhale. Inhale fully. Exhale. And walk your fingertips back to the center. And just palms and elbows on the floor. Relax here. And then palms on the floor. Push yourself back to seated. So torso back to straight. And now you are on hero pose, right? Keep your knees hip width apart. So the next one I want to show you and have a bit practice is back bend. So we often hear this, it's called a camel pose. So camel pose, there are a few different stages. You can come onto your knees and put hands behind your buttocks and sacrum. So basically just like this. You can tuck your toes on the floor and then push your hips forward, and that's it. You know, when you push your hips forward, you already have a back bend. And then you can keep your elbows toward each other instead flop open. Keep your elbows toward each other. So keep your fingertips toward earth. And you don't have to relax your head back yet if you do have neck injury. So be very careful about your neck here. But if you don't have neck injury and you would like to try, slowly lower your head. Relax your head. And if it's okay with you, you can reach your hand one at a time to your heels. And this is the full camel pose. And then when you are ready, you can sit your hips down to your heels. Keep your upper body same. So sit down your hips first. And then slowly turn back to center. Head come back to center last. Okay. So this is camel pose. So wherever you are at, do what's the best for you, because the true practice is it's for you. It's not a show. It's not for someone else. Okay, so just explore your body and what your body can do and what your body want to do. Just listen to your body. You know, a lot of times our body talks to us, and sometimes we don't listen. You know, so yoga is a vehicle of be aware of your body when they talk. So for this camel pose, there's another way I feel it's easier to get in. So instead of coming from here and then reaching the heels from the hands, I usually feel it's easier if I first put my hand on my heels, or if you're not as flexible, put your blocks by your, you know, right behind your heels. And when you're sitting on your heels, then you just lift your buttocks forward, and that is your camel pose. And this way, it's an easy entry and easy exit. Okay, but of course, if you don't have blocks, that'll be a bit challenging. So for me, I do just cup my heels with my hands, and then lift my buttocks, relax my head, and reverse it by the reverse sequence. Sit my buttocks first, and then come up. Okay, so this is the kind of in and out of camel pose, from my experience, more comfortable than the other types of teachings. All right, so for the rest of 15 minutes, if you have any questions, I will be happy to answer anything. As long as I know, as long as I can give you reference, I will. And yeah. All right, so let's come to a short meditation. So this short meditation, you can lay down on the mat in Savasana pose. And this short meditation is called Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra is basically, Nidra means sleep. So yogic sleep, what does it mean? So it really means you're in a very restful state of mind, but you're also conscious. In modern times, we keep saying you need sleep. Sleep is only one form of relaxation, right? Because when you are at sleep state, you think your mind cannot be busy anymore, but you're still unconscious, you know? So this yogic sleep basically is a way of stay conscious and consciously relaxing your mind and body. So my experience has been, if I do my yogic sleep, I have 6 hours of sleep, I'm fully energized. And that's because my mind and my body, or my heart and my soul, however you want to call it, as a total being, I'm at ease, right? So the whole point of having a restful state to recuperate your energy basically is like recharging your body, but there's different ways of recharging your body besides sleep. So this Yoga Nidra is one of the very effective ways of recharging your body, because you do it consciously. It actually affects your brain. It actually form new neurotransmitters that will actually affect your behavior and the mood. So let's just lie down on the mat. So the Yoga Nidra has different complexities. So basically it's a body scan, and there are like 36 points body scan, there's like 72 points body scan, etc. Then that will just means how much time to take through all those points, right? So today I'm just going to take you for a very brief version, which I often do at the end of my yoga session for Savasana. So lying down and very, very comfortably, just let your hips being very relaxed, adjust your body in a way that just total relaxation. Have your arms being wider alongside your body, palms facing up. And let your feet just flop open and your hips heavy. The back of your head is on the mat. Spine neutral. And just take a few deep breaths, calm, soft breath. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now just come to your own breath, your own pace. Bring your awareness to the top of your head, the crown of your head. Just feeling the light coming in. And then bring your awareness to your forehead. Relax your eyebrows. Relax your eyes. Relax your cheeks. Relax your mouth, your jaw. Keep your teeth apart. And start taste. Is the feeling the taste on your tongue. And feeling your nostrils, airflow in, airflow out. Relax your ears. Relax the back of your head. Just relax your whole head. Just relax your whole head. Bring your awareness to your neck, your throat, the back of your neck. Just relax your whole neck. Feeling the air going through your neck. And bring your awareness to your shoulders, the top of your shoulders, the front of your shoulders, and the back of your shoulders. Relax both shoulders and your shoulder blades. Relax your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, the back of your hands, palms of your hands. Relax all your fingers. Relax your two arms all together. Bring your awareness to your rib cage. Relax your heart. Notice your heart is protected by your rib cages. Relax your lungs. Let it automatically serve you. Bring your awareness to your belly. Relax the upper belly, the lower belly. Bring awareness to your hips. Feeling the front hips and the side of your hips. Relax your hips to the earth. Just feeling the support from the ground. Bring your awareness to your thighs, your knees, your calf muscles, and your shin bones. And relax the ankles, heels, bottoms of your feet, tops of your feet. Relax all the toes. Relax both legs. Let your legs be heavy and supported. Just relax your whole body from the toe all the way to your head. Relax from your head all the way to the toes. Just breathe and relax. Just breathe and relax. Just breathe and relax. Just relax. Just relax. Now slowly come back to your conscious breath and stretch your arms above your head and just stretch your whole body. And do that one more time. Inhale, stretch, and then exhale, just relax and bend your knees to your chest. Again, just rock left and right. And then rock to the right. And then gently press up to seated position. And keep your eyes closed. Stay still for a moment. And palms together in front of the heart in Namaste Mudra. Just feeling your own heartbeat with your thumbs. With the gratitude that we're alive, we can breathe, and we can control our breath. I thank you for being here. Practice with me, learning with me, and I wish you all the best. Stay healthy, stay happy, and stay connected, most importantly, with yourself. Namaste. You can smile on your face, sending you all the happiness. Thank you for being the enabler of my happiness. And this means a lot to me.